When a sailor dies during an active deployment at sea, there is no quick way to bring the body home. Surrounded by nothing but water and sky, the U.S. Navy carries out one of its most solemn and precise traditions, a burial at sea. This ceremony is not routine. A burial at sea is reserved for moments when there is no other option, or when it was the sailor's final wish. During long deployments, returning to land may take days, weeks, or even longer. If a sailor dies aboard a Navy ship, the captain has the authority to approve a burial at sea. This decision is never rushed. It is made only when distance, time, and circumstance leave no other dignified choice. Burial at sea is not limited to active duty deaths. Veterans and retired service members can request it in advance. Many choose it as a final return to the ocean where they served, lived, and spent part of their life in uniform. The process begins with the Navy Casualty Office. Paperwork starts immediately. Notifications are made and every step is carefully recorded. For active duty cases, coordination begins between the ship's commanding officer and the chaplain. For those who requested the ceremony while alive, their remains are transferred to a deploying ship. The burial is carried out while underway, usually during calm seas and always with full honors and strict adherence to protocol. Once approved, preparations begin quietly and methodically. The body is moved to a secure compartment on board, often a temporary refrigeration unit. If refrigeration is unavailable, the process proceeds quickly to preserve dignity. A designated burial detail begins the cleansing ritual. The body is washed carefully and respectfully, guided by written procedures refined over decades. There are no shortcuts, no improvisation, only discipline and care. Afterward, the sailor is dressed in full-dress blue uniform. Rank insignia, medals, and decorations are placed exactly where they belong. Even in death, appearance matters. Respect is shown through precision. At this point, the chaplain prepares the service using simple, direct language drawn from scripture or naval tradition. Every word, movement, and pause reflects the same purpose: honor, order, and farewell. While the chaplain prepares, the boatswain's mate organizes the burial detail. He assigns positions, reviews timing, and ensures every movement is understood. The ship's bell and ceremonial pipe are checked and prepared for the service. Nothing is improvised. The team rehearses in advance, following procedures built on discipline. On a Navy ship, ceremony depends on precision, and precision is a form of respect given to the sailor being honored. Before the ceremony begins, the ship itself must be prepared. The officer of the deck gives the order. Normal operations pause. Non-essential systems stand down, and the vessel reduces speed to steady itself. The ship turns broadside to the wind and waves to minimize movement. Stability matters. There is no announcement, no music, only controlled silence. For this moment, the warship becomes a place of farewell. Weapon systems are secured and flight operations stop. Engineering spaces reduce activity to limit vibration. The deck is swept, cleared, and marked. Every sailor understands this is not routine, but a transformation. As the ship steadies, the crew assembles on deck. Sailors line up along both sides, feet shoulder-width apart, hands behind their backs, eyes forward. No one speaks, everyone knows exactly where to stand. From junior enlisted to senior chiefs, the formation follows a diagram issued in advance. Alignment is exact. This discipline is not for appearance alone, but a visible sign of unity and respect. At the front stands the executive officer beside the senior chief. The chaplain positions near the burial capsule. The honor guard stands ready. The captain remains apart, present but silent, watching over the ceremony. Once the formation is set, no commands are spoken. Only wind, waves, and steel fill the air. This is not a performance. It is a posture, a shared moment of stillness before the farewell begins. Everyone faces the sea and waits. In that silence, the ship feels suspended in time, held between duty and remembrance, ready to give one of the oldest goodbyes the Navy knows. The moment begins with a single sharp sound. A high-pitched whistle cuts through the wind. It is the boatswain's call, signaling the start of the service and connecting the present to centuries of naval tradition. After the call, the ship's bell rings 3 times. Each strike echoes across steel and water. The sound carries down the line of sailors, then disappears into the open sea. The chaplain speaks next. He reads the sailor's name, rank, and years of service. Nothing more, no stories, no praise. This moment is about recognition, not remembrance. A brief prayer follows, simple and measured. The words commit the sailor to the deep, expressing hope for peace beyond the sea. If no faith was specified, the language is adjusted, but the dignity remains. When the prayer ends, the honor guard steps forward. 6 sailors lift the flag-covered body with controlled, synchronized movements. Each step is slow, deliberate, and practiced to perfection. Without commands or raised voices, the burial detail moves toward the ship's edge. Their pace matches the gravity of the moment. No strain shows. Discipline carries the weight. At the edge of the deck, the team pauses. The ocean stretches ahead, calm and endless. This brief stillness marks the final separation between ship and sailor. Before the committal, the flag is carefully removed. It is folded into a precise triangle, 13 exact folds. The stars face outward, the stripes hidden within. The folded flag is secured for return to the family. It will never be buried or lost. It is preserved as a symbol of service, sacrifice, and honor. With the flag complete, the burial team waits. The deck is silent again. All eyes remain forward, fixed on the sea, as the final moment approaches. The captain gives a silent nod. No words are spoken. That single gesture is the signal. The burial team responds immediately, tilting the capsule forward toward the open sea. There is no sound, no music, no final command. Gravity takes over. The body slips from the ship and disappears beneath the surface, claimed quietly by the water below. The formation does not move. No salutes, no gestures. Everyone remains still, holding position as the sea settles and the moment completes itself. In some ceremonies, the chaplain offers a final line, wishing calm seas and a safe harbor beyond. In others, nothing is said. The silence is deliberate and complete. This farewell is not witnessed by crowds or family, but by shipmates, those who lived and worked beside the fallen, shared watches, corridors, and duty under the same orders. The ritual ends, yet nothing feels unfinished. This is the Navy's oldest goodbye, shaped by distance, discipline, and respect rather than ceremony for show. After several minutes, a single whistle sounds. It signals the end of the service. Still, no one moves until the captain gives the order. The command is simple: carry on. With that, the formation breaks in order. Sailors step away calmly, without words, returning to their assigned duties. On the bridge, the ship resumes its course. Speed increases, systems reactivate. The rhythm of the vessel returns, and the warship becomes a warship once again. But for a brief time, it was something else entirely. A place of honor where one life was acknowledged, respected, and released to the sea. The folded flag is logged, secured, and prepared for delivery to the family. It will be presented with care, either by a uniformed officer or during a formal ceremony ashore. The honor guard returns to duty. The chaplain steps below deck. Yet the memory of the ceremony remains, carried in silence and posture, understood without a single word spoken. Out here, there are no headstones or monuments. The sea leaves no visible mark. Only the moment remains, held in the minds of those who stood witness. To civilians, a burial at sea may feel distant or unfamiliar, but to sailors it makes sense. The ocean was home, a place of duty, routine, and shared hardship. To be laid to rest in the water is not strange, it is fitting. The same sea that demanded service now offers rest, carrying the sailor back into its vastness. This ceremony is not about spectacle or comfort. It is about precision, tradition, and the belief that even in death, order and honor must remain. Every detail, from the folded flag to the still formation, speaks without words. It delivers one final message: you mattered, you served, and you are remembered. Then the ship moves on. The sea closes, duty resumes. That is how sailors say goodbye. Not with applause, but with discipline and forward motion. If this story gave you a new perspective, show your respect with a blue heart in the comments. It's a small gesture to honor those laid to rest at sea. And if you want more true maritime stories, like and subscribe. Join the fleet to support the channel and help bring these stories to the surface. Thank you for watching.